artist friends, I have a fun unboxing video for you today. I am so excited to introduce you to a company that I recently found maybe a couple months ago called A House of Books. I started following them on Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias, and soon afterwards they announced they were looking for brand ambassadors, and I went ahead and applied. And I'm so excited to say that I was chosen to be one of their brand ambassadors. So this is my first order, my first kit from them. They have a vintage ephemera subscription that they ship monthly, and this is the large package of the July kit. They have a small, medium, and large version, so you can choose which size kit is perfect for you. And I will have all of that information and the links and everything you need to know below in the description box. So everything was contained in this really neat fabric pouch. I believe they always come in fabric pouches, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, this is my first ever kit, and it included this little note about the July kit. It explains a little bit about what's in the kit. The large kits all get a handmade item every month, and the small and mediums do not. The kits are mostly full of book items. Their goal is to save books from the landfill, which is really cool. Here's the handmade item this included. I am so excited about this because I am not a stitcher, and I look forward to figuring out the perfect art journal to include that purple stitched flower with. And my heart might have been beating a little fast when I saw this practice book. I am thrilled that this is in my kit. The kits are different. Everybody receives different ephemera, different items, and you can actually request what you want in your kit. So like if you like florals and nature, or you like more vintage ephemera, or there's certain types of things you want for a project, you can leave that in the notes and they will try to kit your ephemera package as close as they can to your requests, which is really cool. I didn't make any requests on this first kit. I assume that they might have looked at my profile and seen what I liked, but I don't know. This is just my random kit, and it was so much fun to get this random box of ephemera that I'm going to be able to use in art journaling. And I love these practice sheets. I'm like dreaming and thinking and trying to figure out how I'm going to use this cool paper in my projects. Then I found a couple old vintage stationery pages, and then 3 of these envelopes that are stamped vintage, and each envelope contains a different type of vintage ephemera. This one has like a little tag, and some coasters, some letters, some tickets, I think, and some bills. This letter was fun to look at on the inside. And then these little, I think they're like credit card receipts, and this heavier postcard, which I think is going to make a cool cover for an accordion journal. I kind of am thinking about what I'm going to do with these items as I was looking through it, and now as I'm looking through it again as I'm talking through this video. After slipping those items back inside and picking up the next envelope, like I said, I have no clue or idea what these are going to have inside. Looks like this one is going to have printed materials. Looks like different pictures and items that were rescued from books, a map, some other kind of like printed ephemera, and different pictures that they rescued from some of the books. So this company began as a way to rescue books from the landfills, and I actually found on their YouTube channel they have a really cool tour of their warehouse and office space and explanation for what they do, and I will link that below as well so you can learn a little bit more about the company. Oh, and I loved this map. I love the colors on it. I'm excited to use that one as well. I'm going to stick those back in and look at the next envelope here coming up. This one is full of smaller book pages. It looks like they took like larger sections of a variety of books and included them. I think this is so cool because lots of times I will buy vintage books and I'll have like 300 pages, and I really don't need 300 pages, but I liked the text or the font or the foreign language or the coloring of the book. And so this way I'm getting a huge variety of fonts and text and book page colors without having to have, I think this is like maybe 10 different books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't count them. I think it's like 10 or so. 10 different book choices, 10-ish different books here with different papers to use for any kind of junk journaling or printing. There's also a book cover that she included. I love the blue color and the fact that it was a dictionary. And then there's a bunch of these loose pages, again, of different books that they took the pages out and made these kits with. There's lots of fun graphics like these couches, some windows, some all different things. Some of these are maybe pictures and materials that I wouldn't normally pick for myself, but then when you get them, in a kit, you're kind of like, maybe I could use this. So I love how this is also introducing different types of ephemera that I might not normally pick out, but now I have it and I'm so excited to try to incorporate it into my art. And I'm thinking that I'm nearing the end here. Like, I like this. All the numbers and the little pictures of the cars, more printed pages and ephemera. And like I said, I'm thinking I'm nearing the end. And then I realize I have so much more in this kit. Here's some more black and white pages that are pulled from different things. It looks like a catalog and like a nature book, and there's some maps and a whole bunch of variety of ephemera. And like I said earlier, this would require me to buy like 10, 15, 20, 30 different types of books, and I don't have room for that in my studio, and I don't think anyone else does either. So this is such a great way to get a variety of book pages and ephemera pages that would take up so much room in my studio, and then I wouldn't even be able to use it all. And then I was surprised at the bottom there was one more large envelope, and this is full of larger book text. So here's like 10 more books that I didn't have to buy just to get cool pieces of paper from. There's some that are dictionaries and encyclopedias. There's like a math manual, I think, that's got tons of numbers, and I love using numbers. A whole different variety of different font choices and color choices. It's just amazing amount of a variety of ephemera squeezed into that one flat rate medium shipping box, and I'm just overwhelmed and amazed. I keep saying amazed. I can't think of any other words to describe what a cool concept this is. So I'm stacking those back up, putting them in that bag, and there are a couple of little small trinket bags that were also included. One is fabric, and the other one is a few little odds and ends. I'm opening the fabric here, and then that one on the right is going to include some buttons and some book spines. And I am incredibly excited about those book spines because they actually had them listed for sale separately on their website a few weeks back, and I missed out on them. So I'm so excited that she included them this month in the ephemera kits. So while you're watching me open up that fabric and the rest of the items, I want to explain again that A House of Books is a monthly ephemera subscription kit. You can subscribe once, you can subscribe more often. There's different price points for the small, medium, large, and more than one subscriptions, I believe, on their website. I will have that all linked below so you can look at it. You can see how much is included in this large box, and if you don't need as much ephemera, the small and the medium ones just look just as amazing. If you end up subscribing, and I hope you truly consider it, you can leave a little note and contact them and let them know what kind of ephemera you're looking for, or maybe stuff that you have too much of and don't want any of, or what you kind of hope to receive in it. Or if you're working on a special project, if there's a direction you want this month's kit to go and not maybe the next month, I love that they are tailoring these to the artist's needs so we can get the items that we want. So I'm flipping back through this and reviewing this huge stack of ephemera that I received, the larger book pages, the smaller book pages, the larger printed sheets, the smaller printed sheets, the heavier stock or interesting items in this one, the couple of vintage stationery pages, and this instructions for lettering book that I was drooling over, and the amazing bag that contained it all. Thank you so much for watching this unboxing. Remember, all of the links will be below, and if you have any questions, leave those below too. I would love to answer them. Make sure you follow me on Instagram to watch for future coupon codes and giveaways to A House of Books.